That works, man. It sounds like we've got a plan. I'm recording on everything. I got a audio sync now, about a minute 8 in. So whenever you want, Nick, you could, but by all means, introduce the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Marvel Multiverse Mayhem. A very special episode, as we'll be covering both Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and What If Zombies, which is just the best name.
I know, right? It's the Marvel Multiverse Mayhem double size issue, right? Isn't that what they call
giant size?
Giant size.
Giant
There's
size.
Word.
We're making
giant
it bigger,
size.
not thicker.
Yeah. Giant size. Like that. Giant size MMM. I don't know what episode we're on. It's on our podcast thing. You can see it there.
Yeah.
What's up, Nick?
I'm tired, but
I hear you, man. You out like partying. Manny was partying and had to deal with the consequences on the morning show. I don't know. Is that my monitor? Let's see. I don't think so. I'm gonna move this monitor just a little bit in case. So there we go. I'm good.
Cool.
Carry on. So yeah, dude. Big Marvel week coming off of Doctor Strange's episode last week on Wednesday, going into Thursday night Shang-Chi. Like that was great. Thursday, Friday, and the rest of the weekend we saw it on Friday. Yeah. Before I do all that, hey guys, we're sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pro's gonna grow. So yeah. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I couldn't wait to actually talk about Shang-Chi a bit today because it was really, really fun. Very, very simple. And I don't mean that in any negative way. I mean it in like the best way. Cause, I was once told by a musician that there's bliss in simplicity. And I take that to heart a lot. It's like the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I liked it, and what I really enjoyed was the martial arts and the honor paid to past martial arts films, both East and West. I mean,
including
in the first,
cast.
yeah, exactly, not just the cast, but like in the first 45 minutes, you get a Bruce Lee style film, like a fight, a Jet Li style fight, a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Ang Lee style. That was Ang Lee, right? Or Chow Yun Fat? So. No, Chow Yun Fat was in it. I think Ang Lee did.
Yeah, I think Ang Lee directed it.
One of those styles, and I don't know if I said Jackie Chan.
There too.
Yes,
yeah. Whenever I think of like someone
fight.
grabbing his shirt and him like turning it into a weapon, that's like a Jackie
exactly.
Chan
And the Jet Li. More Jet Li style fight was the not cranes, the scaffolding.
Yeah.
While some of the dad's stuff, like the showdown style fights, kind of reminded me of Bruce Lee's kind of like Enter the Dragon showdown stuff.
He knows the Bruce Lee kick.
So,
I
dug that. I think all the characters were great. How cool was it to see just a really tight friendship on screen with absolutely no need for shipping or romance or anything. It's just it's a brother and sister relationship almost, best friends. Aquafina's character Katie and Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, which I love the whole Sean thing. That was a good joke.
Changed it from Shang to Sean.
Yeah, no, right? Real brilliant guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I love that too. I mean, so I feel like just looking over it overall, I think as one of the stronger villains, more sympathetic villains, like a Killmonger type, almost even more sympathetic than Killmonger. I didn't think of that at first, but when discussing it, obviously there's spoilers, all of this people. But yeah, he actually is trying to be a good guy once he meets his wife.
Yeah.
Like until she's killed, he's put away the things that make him live forever. He talks about, I found something to grow old with. And then, so yeah, I think he's slightly more sympathetic than Killmonger, because even though he wants to do bad shit, he's not doing as terrible shit as Killmonger, and he's being tricked.
Right.
Like it's the rings are messing with him, whatever's behind the wall. But
which is a version of the space dragon that we all know as Fin Fang Foom from the comics, but they definitely changed them up a bit and kind of seemed to maybe amalgamize some other creatures in there. But we could talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, and then of course I still think the stand. I mean, no, everyone in the cast is great.
Mm-hmm.
But still. I know that he was spotted on the red carpet and that they released the Hail to the King short on Disney Plus. But as we got that much Trevor Slyerly,
I know, like, that was huge.
And it works. It doesn't feel shoehorned in like, oh, we're just bringing back an Iron Man 3 character. It's like
kind of fits, yeah.
Like I know this little creature, only I can talk to it, and like he can give you directions.
I just like you when he's like, oh God, you guys can see him too.
Yeah.
That was so good. I really did enjoy that.
Especially
it's a fun movie, man.
Yeah, especially his monologue about seeing Planet of the Apes and wanting to become an actor, because he's like, how did those apes do those things?
I know.
And my mom's like, they're acting, or they're actors. And he's like, so they weren't apes riding on horses, they were apes acting as if they were riding on horses.
I love it. What's so great is until like there's movies where Ben Kingsley has definitely had funny moments, but he's always been a really known for his more dramatic and serious roles, and to see him in something so over the top was almost as shocking when like De Niro did Meet the Parents.
Yeah,
like that was just so much out of character to what most people were used to De Niro. But yeah, I dug it. I really do. And what a great way to tie it in, like you said, to earlier Marvel.
And they didn't mention Iron Man 1, but the real fans know that's how far back the rings go.
Yeah. What'd you end up giving the movie, or out of curiosity, what do you give the movie if you didn't rate it on Breaking Geek?
I think I gave it a B+ on Breaking Geek.
Okay. Nice. I think I agreed that it's a B+. I think that's what I rated it. Yeah.
I felt it dragged in the second hour a little bit, especially leading up to the final fight, and you know there's a final fight coming. Then the final fight's too long. And
there's
then, there's this creature. They build up this creature I don't recognize that comes out, where it's like, oh, who could it be? This is Marvel. And it was like, oh, some soul sucking.
Yeah. I can kind of see that. I don't
recognize.
You get a whole bunch of exposition.
Yeah.
A little bit of comedic relief and light action,
because Awkwafina is hilarious in this too.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean in this last 45 minutes that you're talking about, and then it's like another big long group of exposition about the other. You learn all about his father's side. Now you got to go learn again about the mother's side more, and that does kind of slow things down a bit. But I was just bravo on its weekend haul. It exceeded its expectations and is looking like it's gonna potentially do just like everything else does. I bet it peters out between 150 170 million domestic, and that's just kind of where we're at for box office these days. But bravo to it, man. What did you think about using the Guardian Dragon the way that they did, and actually delivering and I'm only using the name, guys. I'm not saying, oh, they should call him Fin Fang. Oh, I know it's a troublesome name, but that's the name in canon, and that's the creature that it's based off of.
That's who that guy's supposed to be, or is that
I believe so, because he's still got a dragon body. He's got more of a European style body.
He's got the added to the Chinese dragon is very.
He's got the added tentacles, so it's a very alien dragon. And Fin Fang Foom was an alien dragon, and he used cosmic energy. Was connected to the 10 ring. 10 rings are connected. I mean, like I said, in not so many words, they kind of get and. they kind of alluded that he was in here, and they kind of made it seem like it was going to be the guardian dragon, but and like turn it into like a good guy. But no, I mean, as far as I can tell, that is meant to be a space dragon, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I got.
It looks like one of the generic Godzilla bad guys.
It's
from, like a
Muta.
Super. Yeah. Like
Or
one
Muta,
of the Mutas from the very first one. Yeah.
Mutas are StarCraft in Taro.
Oh, yeah. Fuck those guys. I hate Mutas.
Because they would spit the thing and it would split off and do area. Yeah. Love that shit.
But it does set up the dragons, obviously, in the first post-credit sequence. Which I thought they should have flopped them and flipped them. Because the one at the end is unexciting compared to the other post-credit sequence. The mid one is Wong taking them to see Banner, and Bruce Banner is not only like have his arm in a sling, but he's no longer Professor Hulk either. He's just Banner. And then which is interesting to note. And then obviously Captain Marvel, who's supposed to be like the two specialists in old shit. They're like, this is way older than your dad had it, and like. And of course, they mentioned that maybe it came from a meteor and like legend or something at some point during the movie, and that's exactly it, right? It landed with a bunch of dragons into a meteor, and it's connected to other dragons that we'll probably see in sequels.
Absolutely, and like I said, there's obviously issues with some of the imagery and stuff connected to certain Marvel comics. And Foom is one of those, and there was also Fu Manchu and the Mandarin, and different times we learn, we grow, and we adapt. But I do like that we got a space dragon. It's kind of mad that they didn't make it more dragonish, but I guess they wanted to really.
I wasn't sure if it was a dragon or not. So I guess.
I think they really wanted to kind of put the emphasis on the hero dragon.
Because I just assumed that his dragon came from space too. Like if
they never say that it
aliens.
They say it's interdimensional. So
and that door is probably a regular door where he's just been in a cave. It's like an interdimensional door, I'm sure.
Could be.
So otherwise, it doesn't play into all the other stuff we've been watching is like multiverse breaking. They do reference.
So standalone.
There's the smallest reference to it taking place after Endgame, and just like Spider-Man, unlike the Netflix shows, the world looks fine, and like they don't spend a lot of time meditating on it. That's kind of what WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier were more about, the collapse and coming back, and this is more like Spider-Man Far From Home, where it's like, and everyone's back. Let's this takes place after Endgame. We don't know where versus.
I mean, it makes
multiple timeline breaks.
Yeah, it makes sense to use the Netflix shows to do it that way, because you can spend more time with the characters to get into the little things about the during the after the snap and before the return. I hate the blip name. God, I hate how Decimation. It was just this funny joke in Far From Home that became. I hate it.
I still like to call it the Decimation, which I think Kevin Feige taught it once in an interview. But never in the movies.
Yep, and so and I think that's because people didn't like how that. I think that was used for when Wanda said no more mutants in the comics. I think that event was called the Decimation. I might be wrong. Sorry guys, let me know in the comments. Comments. What was I saying? Yeah, I think the shows are the right place for that, simply because of the fact that you have more time, like I said, to explore the small stuff.
Speaking of shows, you ready to move on?
I guess we could, but I think we should take a word from our sponsors of Grow Generations. We got 2 segments. It seems very, very appropriate to split it that way. So yeah, take it away, guys.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. The Grow Generation commercial team is armed with industry-leading professional consultants. Grow Generation's team will help you fully manage any size or scale project. They offer turnkey facility designs, cultivation room design, and on-site project consultation. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
And now Jawa went off.
Wootini!
I know, right? Thank you guys for sponsoring the episode. Grow Generation. GrowGeneration.com. It's where the pros go to grow. And I am now shedding off that Jawa. Nick, what if zombies?
I liked when I watched they released the trailer like on Monday or Tuesday for it, where it's not even always, it's not just footage from that. They always show the deletion of what did happen, and it's just like zombies. Yeah, I was just talking with Jonesy on Slack before we started. He didn't like it. I think it's his least favorite one.
What?
It's my favorite one. I'll start with that.
So you finally are gonna start with that.
Well, it's just like it's my favorite ones are this one, the T'Challa one, and
the Pym, all of them except the Peggy Carter one. And
I even like that one. I'm trying to rank them though. All of them
I
are
know.
good. Peggy Carter is definitely my least favorite. But yeah, it's cool because it lets, while referencing the actual MCU, they were able to bring in parts of the actual comic book storyline. There are parts that fit the storyline,
and using the same
different
artwork
characters
style, like for the zombies in many ways. Yeah,
it felt dark. It's like,
dude,
this is the horror episode and violence episode.
Decapitations and evisceration.
Falcon got cut in half and fell to the ground. Like
how Hope defeats what's her name, Sharon, by going in her and expanding. Like they played the meme of how Ant-Man could have killed Thanos by going up his butt.
I feel like there were multiple memes in there, and the kind of the way where it's like, what would happen, Falcon, if Winter Soldier was actually out to kill Captain America? Like they had a one-on-one fight.
Meme, though? I don't know.
Well, no, but it offers a lot of things that you'd never normally see these characters fight, even if they're zombified. But
what'd you think of what'd you think of how the virus came from? Because in the comics, and I don't know if Cam
space in the comics, right?
Oh, it was Reed that brought
Reed
it
Richards
to Earth. If I'm not mistaken, not mistaken, it's connected to Reed. Again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was connected to Reed, and they even gave them their own universe. There's a whole zombies universe, and it spread, and they had some sorts of sentience and things like that. Zombies 1 and 2 were good. I didn't care for 3 so much, but overall they just changed it up a bit, making it Ant-Man related, which I loved.
A quantum virus, just throw quantum in front of another.
Right?
It works. All kinds of crazy shit can come.
Why not?
From the quantum realm.
Fuck you, Kronos. What's his name? Guy beyond time. Kang. Thank you. Kronos is or Chronopolis is the city. Kronos is a Greek god of time. God, Kyle. Spending too much time hanging out with Grow Generation.
That's where the pros go to grow.
Anyways. Dude, how much love are they showing Ant-Man's character group, dude?
They've really delved into it between this and the serial killer,
the one with Hank Pym. The what if the world lost its mightiest heroes or whatever. The fact that they're doing so much of it is cool, because I think they're probably the most underrated MCU movies. Like I really enjoy both Ant-Man. But the
second one is definitely very underrated. A lot of people even skip the second one because of where it fell between movies.
And I get that both of them have dull moments where you're just kind of like, but overall, especially whenever Rudd himself is on screen with Hope, it's great in both films. The training montage in the first one is awesome, and then of course all of his interactions with her and her being Wasp is just awesome. I love it.
And I know it's not Tom Holland. In fact, I think it's the guy who starred in the last Spider-Man cartoon. He sounds like Tom Holland.
He did a good job.
They probably cast him because he sounded like Tom Holland in whatever the most recent Spider-Man series was. Because the minute Iron Man came out in the Avengers, they launched like a new Avengers Assemble cartoon on like Disney or XD or something. And the very first time you see him animated, the guy's doing an impression of rapper Danny Jr. because he is Iron Man. His appearance has changed slightly in the comics. People are always doing impersonations of RDJ, whether it's the video game or an animated series, and stuff. So
yeah, I liked it. He did a good job. I can't think of anyone this time around that had a bad voice actor.
I was a little disappointed with the guy who plays Polka Dot Man. He was playing Kurt in this. I couldn't tell if it was actually even him or not. Even when he said the Baba Yaga line, I'm like, is that someone doing an impersonation of him? But
I don't know if it
according
was
to
him
Twitter
or not.
I only think it's him because someone praised his performance on Twitter and he retweeted it. So I didn't look for his name, but yeah, this one also has a killer cast of the real names coming back.
I'll say this about the voice to your point. I will agree that he was the weakest of this episode, but I still don't think it was a bad one.
No. This was the only one I'm like, was that him or not? Like, and it was. So I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm glad they actually hired this guy. I mean, he's
most
he's in every superhero project now. So
let's see here. Yep, it was absolutely
good for him. He needs all the superhero paychecks. I hope he's back in Ant-Man 3.
Everyone returned here except for, of course, Parker, Rogers, and
didn't have lines anyway, like Rogers.
I think that's it, so
we got Hope. I mean, yeah, we have Hope.
Yep, Evangeline
Lilly,
Evangeline
Lilly,
Ruffalo, Bozeman, Van Camp, Favreau even did his little moment.
What's her face from I don't know the actor's name. Dora Milaje, is that how they're called again?
And Okoye. Yep.
Always awesome in any series or other movie she's been in.
I don't want to get too off topic, but I will say this: I know a lot of people like Shuri, but why not one of the why not Okoye or one of the other royal guards? Why can't they be?
Because I like them better as guards, and it's blood. It's a royal mantle.
I get that, but I don't necessarily buy Shuri. Now that doesn't mean that I won't buy it after I see it, but I just. She'll be a different type of Panther for certain. So
she'll be Iron Man meets Black Panther.
Yeah,
because she's inventing. Even in that, she's inventing stuff for her brother.
Yeah, so we'll see how it shakes loose. I'm not against it, anyways. I'm just saying that if I had been at the helm, I would have done it better. But I'm not at the helm, so what the fuck does it matter, right? But yeah, we'll see what they do with it. But yeah, she was great. You're starting to see more of the Watcher, which is really cool. He's in color now. Like you can see like fine detailed colors of his outfit. His skin is defined eye lines versus just this white orb, or not orb, but like oblong rectangle of sorts. And it's great, dude. They're building to something, and things are way more connected than I thought, but not so much connected that they necessarily have to have some big culminating event. But we do think they will have a big culminating event.
Here's a question for you.
See. What's that?
They said they'll probably be doing multiple animated series going forward, or they will be, Marvel said. Do you think any of these are being treated as a backdoor pilot? Like if two of these are more popular than the rest, they might do a whole series about not that one probably, but
I thought about
turn zombies into a series or turn Captain Carter into a series.
That's the one I think we might see a Green Lantern Corps style Captain Britain Corps. Animated. And honestly, I'm down with that. As long as Disney makes it this and doesn't Rebels it or Clone Wars it and nerf it by making it for 8-year-olds.
This episode is definitely not.
No.
Though it was very light in tone because of Spider-Man.
Yes.
What?
And Lucas watched Paul Rudd. Enjoyed it. What? Cool. I saw way worse when I was younger than him. I saw The Exorcist when I was 6.
And a lot of people online are complaining that So Spider-Man is like, why is he so happy and quippy? It's like that's how he always deals with his pain.
Exactly.
Like the video he makes is so our Peter Parker from MCU. And I love the little nicknames and stuff he gives everyone, and like they're pulling the shower curtain back on the Winter Soldier.
My favorite moment though is the Avengers showing up to deal with the zombies and Cap getting bit by Hank.
Hank is the worst in this. They're just trying to make him into the asshole he is in the comics.
I know. I love it. I love it so much, dude. The
Avengers basically doom the world twice in this episode.
Yeah, right.
Doom the world, but then as he says, doom the universe.
Yeah.
And I really really the tone worked for me, even though there was zombies and there was death of characters and stuff. The tone, it hit every zombie cliche, almost intentionally, because at the beginning you see that they turn into zombies instantly, but later Hope has a scratch. Like in any zombie movie, she's not going to turn as fast, and they can have conversations with her. There's like stupid decision making, like splitting up, imagery, hand on the window, Paul Rudd, just like, and even like the finale felt like the end of a zombie film, like heading off to like this base and then coming across more experiments, almost, as it were.
Yep. Finding out that it goes deeper, who can or can't be trusted, and double crossing for survivors, the lover that can't let go of the one that got bit. Yeah, all of those, man. It's
already mirrors the show more than it does other stuff that came before the show. WandaVision WandaVision's probably more important to watch before this than their relationship in any other movie. They're basically to the WandaVision point.
Yeah, I could see that.
And we're just because it's a flip. It's just a flip where he won't let her go.
Exactly. It's awesome. I loved every minute of it. I was shocked, and again I ask, what in the hell did they want to do with Spider-Man that they said no to?
The Spider horror episode, yeah.
Oh my God! And not only that, but what was the no for the movie? You remember, like Derrickson, he had this idea, and he's going to turn it into his own independent film, or to a different studio, non Spider-Man related, or something inspired. That he's doing something
when he was writing Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah, he's doing something else instead of Doc Strange. I didn't mean Spider-Man. Sorry, instead of Doc Strange. What did they want to do with Doc Strange? Yeah, the Spider-Man episode, Doc Strange movie. What?
I think he wanted more horror than they wanted, whereas Sam Raimi's really good at giving you PG-13 horror. Like Scott Dickerson's history is R-rated horror films.
We saw Avengers murdered, decapitated. We saw someone split in half.
Falcon. Jon Favreau get blasted in the face by his own Iron Man. Happy.
Dude, like, what else? What did you guys want to do? Can we just see it on paper? Just send it to me. Kyle M at lrmonline.com. Send it to me. I'll burn it after reading. I will like I got that thing that you can, I got it because you got to store certain data sometimes, personal data, doing awards and school packets and all of that. So I got something that can delete stuff a million times. But anyways, I was trying to make a joke, and then it faded, and I stalled for too long, and it didn't land. I give up.
One of my favorite parts was all the Winter Soldier lines.
Oh yeah, that was good.
He could, because it's him and this is before him and Bucky are good friends. Sam are good friends, so that line made sense for that era, because like they were sniping each other the movie before this, and so it kind of makes sense. Like, well, I should be upset, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And then he uses I guess this is the end of the line comment after a really cool fight with Steve Rogers.
Yep.
Which is we've seen them fight before, but it still felt like fan service in a good way for me. Where I'm like, oh, I get to see Bucky just unrail on an undead Steve Rogers, and then Bucky carries the shield the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you think he survived? This is a comic book / zombie thing, and we didn't see him die. We just saw him got thrown from He's also a super soldier, technically.
That's
probably
what
doesn't matter, but
and I can't
playing in the comic book rules. He didn't
right.
she didn't rip him apart. I thought she'd rip him apart like Thanos.
And I'm wondering if we do have a culminating event for this show. I'm wondering if it will result in multiple terrors, horrors, nightmares, including seeing zombies again. Because if I'm not mistaken, in a what if scenario, I don't know if it was an actual what if book or not, but one of the zombie storylines saw them crossing over dimensions because someone survived. I don't remember who or what, but it spread or something in an arc. So I could see something like that. I could see them having to fight like a dark Avengers, you know, like a good version of our what if heroes versus a bad version of heroes, and we might see zombie Cap like that. Maybe. What do you think? Am I off my rocker?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he did get cut in half, but we'll see. He's
see.
a zombie. Darth Maul even got brought back apparently after he got cut in half. I just don't watch that.
Well, no, I'm talking. Oh, wait. So
Undead Cap.
Okay. Rogers Cap, right?
Yeah.
Not Falcon Cap.
No.
Yeah.
We haven't. Falcon Cap didn't exist in this timeline yet.
Yeah, that's just Falcon right now.
Yeah.
dead undead Falcon. Yeah, we'll see if it comes back. This is my favorite episode. You would think because of Kyle, big horror guy. No, it's not. I loved it. But both the I love it for different reasons. The Avengers murdering episode was so out there, so shocking, and so brutal with Hank with the deep cut like references, and then the Doc Strange with the deep cut to your heart, cutting it out, stomping on it, shitting on it,
wiping all different emotional stories, just like
shit
the other
from
Marvel TV.
Yeah, wiping your ass with the shitty heart to get more shit on it and then put it back in your chest. But this was different. I still think Doc Strange might be my favorite. I don't know, man. The like I said, it keeps getting better in many ways, or at least not getting worse. Like,
yeah, they haven't let me down yet.
Whew, man. I want more. I do. I still, again, I've gotten used to so far, except for Black Widow's hair, except for Natasha's hair in the World Lost Their Heroes episode. Other than that metallic look for the hair, this is still not good to me. I still don't like the animation, but it's passable, and it's just a proof that to a certain point, you can kind of get over some aesthetics. I did it with Power Rangers 2016-17 movie, which was really good, but it looks like garbage.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie without being a Power Rangers fan, but.
And this is the same, but not every property can I get past the aesthetics. The Ninja Turtles, Michael Bay movies, and the recent rise of the TMNT shows, I can't get past the aesthetics, guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, that's my take. I want more What If, though. I'll say that.
No, yeah, hell yeah. I can't wait to see what else they have.
Yeah.
Supposedly they moved this one earlier, is the rumor. And that Party Thor was supposed to be this. I read that online. It might not be. I mean, it's also they've been in order we expected so far, and it's like a leaked list or something. Because obviously reviewers knew the first three because they were given the first three. Right. But then everything else was matched up on the list, except for this one, which is supposed to be, I think, 6 or 7.
Okay, so it's one or two early. Potentially.
But at this point, it hasn't mattered except for we see the tentacle creature twice. Otherwise, the order has not mattered on these at all. In fact, I think they shouldn't have led with Captain Carter because it didn't really show off what the show can be.
I think it was perfect. It's a safe point, an entry point. It sets up that, hey, we're gonna show you some different things, but it's gonna be really familiar. But they didn't stick with that. They then take you off the deep end, man. I like it. I do. I think Captain Carter while I do think it turned off several people, it's kind of a shame, but I pawn that off to more of a overload of content, not necessarily that it was bad, because I don't know anyone that was like, oh, it was garbage. Like Brian, he was just like, it was all right, you know.
This, I thought this one didn't feel too short, even though they put a lot in here.
Longer. I was like, is this longer?
That's what I thought too, but I didn't look it up.
No, it was same. It was good.
And then the ending, man. Ugh. For Ant-Man's head, the cloak.
That was great.
And
what a
T'Challa and Spider-Man are bringing the Mind Stone directly to.
I wonder. I don't. Yeah, I like that.
Zombie Thanos.
Zombie Thanos. I don't necessarily know if anyone working on this worked on Futurama, but both the head in the jar seems to be a Futurama.
Definitely a big reference.
But also the Al Gore, his head in a jar when he was Emperor of the Moon. I think he had a cloak on. And if not him, there was a head in a jar that did have a cloak at one point. I think it was Al Gore. I've ridden the mighty moonworm. Yeah, and so I think someone is either Futurama fan or a worked on it.
Yeah,
and he did.
Absolutely.
He did. Yeah. He absolutely has. It's not the exact same, but you'll see the imagery,
especially since it's Paul Rudd. Yeah. I've seen like I remember the episode where all the Star Trek casts were just their heads, but they're all like living on a planet.
I like that. Yeah, I like
just that. Like Shatner's head and like Spock's head. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, man, I think we are about good here. What do you think? You got some other points you want to bring? I mean, I'm down to talk. I can always talk more. But,
I'm good. Good episode.
You said you were tired, Nick. I want to make sure I take care of my friend. Get him to bed on time. Now remember, you're only allowed 2 drinks tonight because you got to be up early. It's a school night. Oh man, my son went back to school today. I'm so happy and excited for him. He's got a couple friends from last year's half-ass school in-person stuff and the summer camp, and so yeah, man, I'm happy for that. I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I've started decorating early for Halloween. I got some orange. It's kind of hard to see in this bright light, but I got some orange or purple lights.
I see them
back
at
there
least on my camera.
Yeah, and I'm gonna set up some other stuff, and I'm just trying to get into fall, man. Just like let's move forward already. Like, been waiting for this next school year. Been waiting on some of these movies, like movies. You know, Shang-Chi, the Eternals. While I'm not super stoked about it, I am excited to see it. See what shakes loose. I'll tell you what. But Black Widow might be worst MCU movie ever comparatively now, man. Shang-Chi really did a great job. What If is killing it. Marvel overall, I keep feeling like I'm getting tired of you guys, but you keep bringing me back in.
I'll never be tired.
What can I say? Anyways, Nick, am I supposed to do my job now?
Sure.
All right, guys, please do check out lrmonline.com every day for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. I'm having a bad stuttering day today. You see that on the Daily Cup of Genre yesterday, Wednesday's episode, where I was also having some stuttering issues. And you can catch that on our podcast network, the Genreverse Podcast Network, brought to you by LRM Online, wherever you get those from, Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, and of course, all of them are available where all of our wonderful interview videos are at the LRM YouTube channel. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll take the hate clicks. Just make sure you watch. Nick?
I'm at Geeky Nick Dahl on Twitter. I do Break Geek Radio, the podcast. This week's episode will be interesting. We're doing a TV show that started 2 weeks ago on Hulu called Only Murders in the Building, starring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. Because we don't have a movie this week, but so we're doing
Brian was just telling me about that.
It's
interesting.
Funny. It's really funny.
Nice.
You don't get to see those two as a duo that often anymore now that they're old. But Steve Martin and Martin Short used to do a lot of movies together, and they're perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like Steve Martin's Side Effects. If you've never heard that, immediately, people listen. Google Steve Martin Side Effects. It's one of the funniest comedy bits you'll ever hear. It's him making up the side effects and ingredients of a medication. Because you know how the side effects always sound so much worse than the condition they're treating.
like some of them have, like, yeah.
He's like, one of those, like, you may get this sudden urge to yell out, "I'm gonna whop you with the ugly stick." Oh man, Nick, say it.
Excelsior.
Enough said.